And now on McCarthy TV Lifestyle, we're off for a drive around the lovely Burgess Hill.
Burgess Hill, Manor School. Well, that's a school where people get educated. And here we see, oh yes, here it comes. Burgess Hill is renowned. It's up there with the likes of New York and London for its public transport scheme. And that's the reason why, ladies and gentlemen, that is a bus. Fantastic. Nice old school blue Fiesta there. And this person's letting Chapman go. Obviously this is a long uphill stretch, and they've done well to let him go. He says thank you, that's what we like to see. A traditional Burgess Hill pikey in blue shirt with football. Bit of a tight fit through there, but nonetheless not a problem. This really is one of Burgess Hill's main trunk roads in terms of linking Haywards Heath and Hassocks together. It really does bring the town together through here. And you can see a beautiful sunset over the South Downs tonight. It really is a thing of beauty. There's Cants Lane up there, which is one of Burgess Hill's most formidable roads. Look at that hair, that's quite outrageous. Coming up on the left is the industry Burgess Hill was built around. That's the Clayton Brick and Tile Works, which really is the reason people moved to Burgess Hill, due to the clay down there. Here we see the railway that leads off towards Lewis. Vital part. There's a junction pub. Not sure why it's called a junction, because it's not near a junction. Yeah, and we head south. Sorry, even towards the. Here we see some more happy Burgess Hill folk, obviously in a relationship, and that poor man, she was a dog. As we head north here, a bus stop, another indication of the fine public transport system we have in this town. Second to none, I would say. Here we see a young boy. That's Jamie, I think. There's a road. Car back to pull out. You can see we're entering the sort of, the more town centre part as property value rises, with these sort of veranda windows and front doors. Shops here, yeah, there's one there. There's the Mexican Revolution restaurant, which appears to be shut. It's quite nice when we're in there. Mid Sussex Models Fabric Warehouse, which our inside source says takes about £500 a day. Obviously disappointing for them. And a roundabout, a mainstream roundabout in Burgess Hill. This could be pivotal. So we can see many happy people returning to their town. Some flats there, no doubt full of inbreds. A nice parade of shops here, featuring my favourites, the Asian Rose, Fishers, and there's the Top House pub. Delightful place. The station, that's a vital institution in bringing people in. Oh, look at that old woman, she's delighted. Brings people into the town. There's the railway pub, named after the railway, no doubt, that's next to it. And here we see, another vital roundabout. There's the security camera. This roundabout can cause all kinds of confusion, as is shown by Chapman nearly stalling there but pulling away with great gusto. And this is the main high street that's unpedestrianised as we head down. We see a William Hill for all you bet addicts out there, nursery world, due to the amount of teenage pregnancies that take place in this town. Disco carpets, Jacob's Post on the left, that's where you'll find your general slags on a Friday, Saturday night. Every good town's got a Smith's, Superdrug, HSBC and an Abbey, and we've nearly had a collision with a bus. As you can see, Burgess Hill's transport second to none, and there's some absolute top flange over here. Love a zoom. Oh, that's lovely, love to see. Another bus here. There's your central pedestrianised area. Every town's got one. Heading down there, you've got many shops that are key to the town. Here's the cinema, one of the few independent cinemas left in the country, but well worth a visit. And there's a horn from someone. So I'm obviously not happy with the way things are going with regards to driving. A former bingo hall here, which is now a restaurant, and a set of toilets, which are, in all honesty, quite disgusting. Main town central car park there. Here we see the main church, or as some refer to it, as I prefer to do, as the Cathedral of Burgess Hill. St Paul's, eat your heart out. We have St John's. As you can see, a flaming ball of sun over there. That's fantastic. That tower there, I'm about to zoom in on, that is in fact the fire training tower, so all the men who keep this town safe live, work there. There's your multi-storey car park. Every great town's got one. Here we see what used to be Bradley's, scene of many thievings from Oakmead's Community School. It's now funeral directors for people who die. as opposed to people who live. Obviously this is the main park, St John's Park. Very, very nice. Play cricket there in the summer. How many children have gone out there and played football and had sex on the various park benches? That is the Statue of Stability. Many people have climbed that, and there was an incident a few years ago when that was covered in toilet roll. Make the most of this site, ladies and gentlemen. That's the post office. That won't be there for much longer due to the government's Jewish policy. Over here we have the main sort of park area, the Red Rope Pyramid, which Jesus Christ was once seen climbing. Down here was the site of the fateful Game Mania, which had about 20 different locations in the space of a year, and ultimately failed in every one. Tim Lee's arguably considered the best fish shop in town, when I think it's generally wank. Gloucester Motors here, well, what can you say about that? Legendary shop until it shut about 5 years ago, nothing there now. Tazar, this was the site of once the Royal George pub, another one lost to development, and these houses look quite nice admittedly. So we head down Royal George Road. This used to be the old police cottages, which has been turned into some sort of London cramming experience of houses. Security systems there, very important in Burgess Hill, the amount of burglaries that take place. As we head down Livingston Road, you get up there to get to the Burgess Hill covered offices, vital road in this town if you're a flid. There's a home for disabled people which has been shut, as not as many people are disabled these days. We head down Royal George Road, heading towards there's a van that I followed on the A23 and had a bit of an argument with. Fine brickwork on that house, shame it's not completed. There's a house for more sort of people who can't walk. Here's the Gatton School, where many great people start their educations. Delighted. And coming up on here's the Gem, or which once was the Gem under Ron and Jan, which was delightful. Just driven past my house. What the hell is that? Here's the Wheeled Pub, one of the finest in town, or the Wheel as it now dictates. Right, it's an old road, used to lead to the A25 to get you to Brighton. Unfortunately, Burgess Hill has become as commercialised as it has. It no longer does, because we've got a big new link road. New houses to cater for the influx of people wanting to live in the same town as Scott McCarthy. Just understandable really. Here we see Tesco Express, a vital institution, and the Woolpack Pub, one of the finest restaurants in town, if you enjoy your meat undercooked. Side D notion that you can escape from Burgess Hill, unfortunately. West Street, Vital Street, and up we go, back up Royal George Road, and my phone's going. I'll ignore that, just to let you visit off. There's St Edward's Church. I've seen of many great weddings and christenings over the years. Doesn't really look like a church, but nonetheless it is one. 8th Burgess Hill Scout Hut, a vital place for all you young beavers out there. And what about the kids? And that's the end of our tour, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you, and I hope you enjoyed that.